Hmm. Hello, hello. Chainsaw Man chapter 188 came out today, and we are going to talk about it. So, the chapter opens with Denji throwing up, resuming from what he was doing the last chapter, but instead of. Hold up. Give me a second. But instead of throwing up a person, or he does throw up a person, instead of throwing up a devil, he throws up a person. He throws up Yoshida, who is very photogenic. He looks very clean and proves once again why he is the most attractive character in the entire series. But but that's kind of an issue because in the previous chapters when Denji threw up the other devils, they were not this photogenic. They were dismembered and dead. Whereas Yoshida is very intact and very alive. So right away, that's a lot of red flags from Yoshida just being here. But Yoru Asa kind of confronts Yoshida about cutting off her arm, and Yoshida acknowledges that she now has two different arms, non human arms. And Yoshida asks them to kind of summarize what happened for him off screen, and he kind of gives his side on it. And Yoshida, upon hearing that Denji said that the aging devil offered itself to be eaten in exchange for killing a bunch of kids, he deduced that the public safety is behind the aging devil. But because he wants to leave the aging devil's world, he offers a truce between the three of them. Asa is still mad that he chopped off her arm, so she goes to punch him. Yoshida blocks and catches her hand and then shakes it. Once again, this is very suspicious because Yoru Asa, now has super arms. She has super tank cannon arms. And Yoshida, a supposed human being, just catches it and overpowers her. So, again, very, very sus. But anyways, Yoshida then goes on a spiel about a story that his elementary school teacher told him about a bear and how you should leave it alone and make it go back to where it came from. The point he's trying to make is that they should escape the Agent Devil's world first and then figure out what they're gonna do. And which is to probably fight. Denji and Asa, maybe not Asa, but mostly Denji, reluctantly agrees with Yoshida, and Yoshida offers to, or he asks permission to shove his hand inside Denji's throat, presumably to make him throw up. And Denji smiles eagerly. But I don't know why Denji's smiling, because Yoshida is probably lying to him again. Because in the inside cover of Volume 17, we see Yoshida in a forest that looks a lot like the Aging Devil's world. And in the past, Yoshida told Kishibe that even the best devil hunters can't be aging. So there's a lot of parallels between him and the Aging Devil. And this here especially is hinting that Yoshida was in the Aging Devil's world before, and he's probably the singular person that's ever escaped the Aging Devil. So Yoshida is withholding a lot of information, and he's feigning a lot of ignorance when asking for clarity on what's going on. Da-da-da. So Yoshida is lying. So what's going to happen from this. So here are some of my predictions for the following chapters, because I actually do have a couple this time. So first of all is that Yoshida got eaten on purpose by Pochita. Because again, he looks very, very clean, very intact, very alive. Unlike the other Pochita victims. So this feels too convenient. So I'm leaning towards that he got eaten purposefully, intentionally. So for the next chapter, I feel Yoshida is going to make Denji vomit up one or two devils just to get the readers and Denji's hopes up, to make us think that he actually intends on working together. But as soon as, you get that sense of comfort, he is going to betray Denji. Because his hand is now inside Denji, he can do other stuff to him, like severing Denji's connection from Pochita. So, I'm not sure the specifics of how he is going to do that, but presumably he's going to somehow remove the chainsaw heart from within him. So now Pochita is on the other side. He senses that his connection to Denji has been severed. So he might panic, and he might eat the aging devil just to save Denji. So he does that, but now Denji and Pochita are separated. So Yoru can now touch Pochita and turn him into a weapon. Whether that's part of Yoshida's plan, I'm not sure yet. But that's my general prediction for the following chapters. But the last one is that Yoshida is also contracted to the Future Devil. Because a lot of what he did here, if I'm right on these accounts, are kind of specific. Like he would need to know that Denji is going to end up spitting out the devils, because otherwise he's kind of screwed. So that's my general thoughts on what's going to happen. There's also this guy. He's still around, but Denji, Asa, and Yoshida kind of just ignores him. But yeah. Let's see if we have any comments for this week. Yoshida reminds me of a priest holding Denji and Asa's hands. Regrowing body parts callbacks. Yes, they do make a Korean talk about Starfish, Darkness Devil Fight. A lot of people lost their arms, but only some got their arms back. That's something I didn't talk about, the limbs growing back, because Denji and Yoshida both acknowledged Asa's arms growing back. And Yoshida is an octopus, or he's contracted to an octopus devil. And supposedly octopus's tentacles, they grow back after being severed. So actually I'm only like 70% sure about that. So that's a good point you made. Also, thanks for the stream throughout the years. I don't think I've done this for more than 1 year. Because the first time I did it is like chapter like 120, I think. Have I been doing this for more than a year? That's crazy. Oh wow. But yeah, thanks for commenting every week as well. But yeah. let me reread the chapter to see if there's anything else I can go over. Let's see, chapter gives me part 1 and part 2 Yoshida vibes. I mean, Yoshida, for the most part, has always given me the same vibes, in that he's just suspiciously knowledgeable. Like, in part 1, he's always been very, he says stuff that he really shouldn't know about. Thanks for the streams, Unk. Holy shit. Never call me that again. Jesus. Oh my god. I feel my bones withering away. I only found you this year, so I'm only counting this one. I liked your analysis a lot. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words. But yeah, I think that's about all I can cover for this week. I suppose there is like the bear story that Yoshida was telling. Particularly the lying about like hostility not benefiting anyone and only adding body counts. So despite me thinking that he's lying throughout the chapter, that's probably the only truthful thing that I feel he's saying, and that his overall goal may be to reduce the number of deaths that's going to happen. Because he does, from what we know, he does want to stop the Death Devil. So, I feel the bear story might come back to be relevant in some way, like the mouse story in part 1, Makima's country and city mouse. But yeah, that's about all from me for the week. Fortunately, there is going to be a chapter next week as well, so I will see you guys then. Bye bye.